Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Brian's Horror Corner. Or welcome if you are new to my channel. Glad to have you here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already so you don't miss any great horror content. So today we're going to go ahead and review another horror movie pack as part of my current September series here. And the horror movie pack we're going to take a look at today is a six-pack Killer Curses, it's called. And it's got these six movies: Venom, Dust Devil, Children of the Corn 666, Isaac's Return, Beneath the Mississippi, El Muerto, or The Dead One, and The Final Patient. So, yeah, all first time watches for me. I think I might have seen Children of the Corn 666 like 25 years ago or something. Like a few years after it came out, basically, but I don't remember much of it, so it is a first time watch in a lot of ways. But just like the other ones, I'll just go through the order in which I watched them, kind of give you the synopsis off the back here, and then my thoughts on each of them. And then, of course, I'll rank all six movies, and then I'll tell you whether I'm going to keep this horror movie pack or not. So, the first movie I watched was this one right here, Dust Devil from 1992, the oldest movie on this collection. Um, he's not a serial killer, he's much worse. That's the tagline. And basically, Dust Devil, after Wendy leaves her overbearing husband, she takes off into the voids of Africa where she picks up a dangerous hitchhiker. Yeah, from 1992. I actually enjoyed this movie, Dust Devil. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even know it existed from 1992. Visually, it's very stunning, very good, very nice to look at. Um, it's just and it's also a very unique and interesting premise. How you have this sort of serial killer who basically comes and goes with the wind. There's kind of a deeper, a few levels to it, if you will, which I'm not going to get into spoilers, but it's also got a really nice head explosion, shotgun kill at the end. So yeah, I enjoyed Dust Devil actually. Um, I'll just go ahead and say it now. It's the best movie on this six pack. So for my money anyway. So yeah, that's Dust Devil. I thought the acting was good in it too. Both the guy that played the Dust Devil, who I believe is Robert Burke, and also Chelsea Field, who's the main character. Um, Not only did she do a great job acting, she's also very easy to look at in this movie. So yeah, that's Dust Devil. The second movie I watched was Venom right here. Set deep in the eerie swamps of southern Louisiana, a group of teenagers try to uncover the truth behind a friend's mysterious death. This is from 2005. It's kind of a supernatural slasher movie, basically, and it has to do with voodoo and things of that nature. Now, I did like the setting of this movie. I thought it was unique being set in like the swamps of southern Louisiana, as it says. That's kind of a different sort of setting for a slasher movie. But as far as the rest of the story, very cliche. Just very. There's just nothing. They don't really go for anything here. It's very standard, very. It just doesn't have any balls, basically. The characters are all one note, kind of boring, don't care about them. And they just. Some of the kills are pretty good, I'll say. It's not an awful slasher movie, especially for the 2000s, but there's not really enough there for me to say that it's great, other than the setting, the look of the sort of what do I want to give away here? The slasher killer, I guess. But how they get there, and just like I said, I couldn't relate or be interested in any of the characters. So that's Venom anyway. It's a slasher from 2005. Then I watched. Which one did I watch? I think I watched Children of the Corn 666 next. On a trip to Gatlin, Nebraska, to find her birth mother, Hannah Martin picks up a dark stranger who kicks off a mysterious chain of events. Obviously, Isaac's Return is the title of this movie. I'm not a huge fan of the Children of the Corn movie. Even the first one, I find to just be okay. Um, this one is really a mess, to be honest with you. I know most people rank it as one of the worst, although in recent years I've seen the ones come out after this have been ranked worse by people. I haven't seen a lot of the Children of the Corn movies, but I've seen enough of them, though I'm not a huge fan of the series. Um, you know, I don't know. It was okay, I guess, for a Children of the Corn movie, but it is really a jumbled mess. Not much makes sense. There's a lot of what's the word? There's a lot of logistical, just ridiculous sort of plot contrivances and things like that. Isaac is back. It does kind of go take a different route towards the end, but I wasn't all that surprised by it with the twist of who he who walks behind the rose really is. I pretty much saw it coming about 20 minutes into the movie, to be frank about it. So yeah, that's Children of the Corn 666. If you're a fan of the series, you'll probably enjoy this one, because from what a lot of people say, even though it's a mess, it's probably the most true sequel to the original in a lot of ways, not just because it has Isaac back, but it actually tries to stick to that original idea. Where some of the ones before this and after the first one, they kind of go off and do their own thing. So, I don't know, that's what I've heard anyway. So, that's Children of the Corn 666. Not great. Then I watched El Muerto, the dead one. Trapped in a purgatory between this world and the next, 21-year-old Diego wanders the streets of LA in search of an offering for the vicious Aztec gods that control him. This is PG-13. It's not really a horror movie. It does, like it says, it does have some, there's violence and there's some disturbing images in it. The most notable thing about this movie is it has Fez in it from that 70s show. What is his name? Wilmer, and I'll screw up this last name. Valderrama, or Wilmer Valderrama, who's Fez. That's what I'm going to go by. Fez from that 70s show. And he does a good job in the movie, but the movie, it's basically a cross between The Crow from 1994 and Coco, the Disney movie. That's kind of what I thought about with this movie. It's not a horror movie, really. It's more of a, it even says it's more of a superhero movie when I looked it up on IMDb. It's okay for what it is. It really didn't do much for me. It really didn't hold my interest, because I'll just watch The Crow or Coco for this kind of a story. So that's that one. And then I watched this too. Those were all on disc. When I watched The Final Patient first. Retired physician Daniel Green has uncovered the key to eternal youth. But when two curious med students try to unravel the enigma behind his bizarre secret, they soon discover that Dr. Green's miracle comes with a horrifying price. I actually enjoyed this one for about 80% of the movie. It's only the last 15 or 20 minutes that they took the easy way out and went with just a cliche ending that really didn't fit the rest of the movie. But this one did a good job of building tension. It has Bill Cobbs in it, the late Bill Cobbs from earlier this year, who passed away, rest in peace. He just has such a great screen presence to him and everything that I've seen him in. He's what really held my attention in this movie, his great acting. And like I said, the 80% of the movie I was into. It was good. It was kind of that, these are all lower budget movies, of course, other than Children of the Corn, and I think Dust Devil maybe. Like The Final Patient's a low budget movie. It's that digital video that it shot on, I think, which didn't bother me. But they really squander it with the ending of this movie, frankly. But it does have some decent kills. But it's all about the suspense and the buildup of tension in this movie, The Final Patient. So it's probably my second favorite on this collection, to be quite honest with you. This was from 2007, I believe. Yeah. But yeah, Bill Cobbs and the buildup of suspense is what makes this movie work. But then it crumbles at the end. So, and then the final movie I watched was probably the most forgettable one, Beneath the Mississippi. A young filmmaker and her crew traveled to the fringe of civilization to explore the watery grave of a lost town. I think this is from 2008 or 2005 or 2008. This was my least favorite, frankly, Beneath the Mississippi. It's shot documentary style, but the way they do it, you don't get to know any of the characters. They're just kind of there. They do this weird thing with like volume control, like sound production, where half the time you can't hear the characters talk, and then when you turn it up to like 30 on your TV, all of a sudden somebody yells and you just about lose your hearing over it. Just it's not visually stunning to look at. There's really nothing good about it. I really didn't even understand what ended up happening at the end because I was checked out of this movie. So yeah, those are the six movies there. So needless to say, I can go ahead and just get right into my ranking here. So yes, my least favorite is going to be Beneath the Mississippi. Never need to watch this movie again. Don't really understand what the point of it was. Then I would probably say I'll go with El Muerto next because it's not really a horror movie. It's not that it's a badly done movie and it's well acted, but I just don't ever see myself watching it again. So that's going to be number five. Then Children of the Corn 666, number four. Um, there are a couple characters in this movie I didn't mention before that are in, like Nancy Allen's in this movie. I'm not really sure why, but she does a good job, and so is Stacy Keach, who's not in the whole movie, but it was surprising to see him in the movie. He's great. Jonathan Franklin comes back, of course, or John Franklin, who plays Isaac, comes back. He's good. And I thought Natalie Ramsey, who's like the main girl character that comes to look for her mother, I thought she was fine from an acting standpoint. So, yeah, Children of the Corn 666 is going to be number four. Then I would say Venom is number three, the slasher from 2005. Pretty generic, though. Then The Final Patient, number two. Like I said, they just bombed the ending. But other than that, I enjoyed this movie. And then number one's going to be Dust Devil from 1992. And I already looked online to see if I can get a single release of this, and you can. It is out of print. So you do have to pay like $15, $16, and I haven't decided if I want to do that yet, because I like the movie, but I don't love the movie. I am going to get rid of this, though, by the way. That's the takeaway here. There's just not enough good movies here for me to hold on to this, and I need the space. So I'm going to look for Dust Devil on a single release. The Final Patient I might get just because it's really cheap on eBay, like $5 or $6. But I'm trying to reconcile whether I need to get that one either, because the fact that they really dropped the ball with the ending. And I also looked for Venom out there. But I don't know that. I don't think I need to get Venom, frankly. So it'd only be two movies out of this collection that I might possibly add to my collection. The other four I don't see myself watching again. Children of the Corn 666. If I can find the six pack by Miramax out there for like $5 or something, I'll just have it on there maybe. But I don't like it enough where I need to keep it. And so yeah, that's kind of where we're at with this 6-pack of Killer Curses here. 3 out of 6 are unforgettable. I don't need to watch again. And the other 3 I don't necessarily need to go out and spend a lot of money to own. But I am going to go ahead and sell or get rid of this 6-pack of Killer Curses. So yeah, that's the takeaway. I would probably give this overall pack about a 5.5 out of 10 if I'm rating it. So go ahead and comment down below if you've seen any of these movies from this 6-pack, what you think of them, if you like them more or less than I do, down in the comments. Please like this video, hit the little notification bell, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming great horror content. I have one more horror movie pack, the 5-pack, that I'm going to go ahead and review the last week of September here, but you also don't want to miss what I have coming out October, November, December, and into next year. So, with all that being said, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're enjoying this movie pack review series. And as always, stay scared. Bye.